welcome back to the Midwest Sad Boys podcast with your weekly midweek Sad Boy update.
We're going to get it right.
We're going to get it right eventually. This is episode 9.
Isn't that crazy?
It honestly is, because it took like 6 months to go from 1 to 2. So thank you so much, especially over the last 2 weeks. There's been a lot of interactions on social media, and we are very, very appreciative. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe, all those fun things.
When you do that, it makes us slightly less sad.
Yeah, it makes us it gives us a little bit of serotonin. Is that serotonin?
Yeah,
a little bit of it there. Dopamine.
Both.
I don't know.
The one that makes you happy. We don't have enough of it, so.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know any of that stuff.
I'm no doctorologist.
I'm no doctorologist, but.
I went to the doctor today.
You went to the doctor today?
I did.
Oh, how was that?
Useless.
Oh,
yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I went, so obviously, I've got a ton of feet issues.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, hey, foot doctor guy, do you think you could maybe make the foot pain go away? So he took some x-rays and he goes, nothing I can do for you till you're 60. And I was like, oh.
Till you're what's the difference?
Eventually I'm going to have both of my ankle joints fused so that my ankles no longer bend, because that's what causes me the pain.
They want to wait until you're 60?
Well, yeah, because when you fuse them, they no longer move. What up, buddy?
Oh,
hi, Ben.
We got a cat here. Look at that.
So basically, he was like, yeah, I could give you a cortisone shot, or we can fuse your bones together. I don't recommend either of those.
No.
So, yeah.
So nothing.
Yeah, I
Solid.
basically paid however much, many thousands of dollars for x-rays for him to go, nothing I can do for you.
Jesus,
Can't wait to get that bill in the mail.
X-rays are the biggest scam. Like that. I'm sure there's maintenance cost on those machines, but
dude,
those things have been well paid for.
Oh, for sure.
And they're still charging thousands of dollars to get a picture.
Yep. Hi, buddy. Are you just going to sit here this whole time?
Oh, should we put him on the camera? Just to say, hey.
He looks so thrilled to be a part of this.
Dude, look at the camera.
That's Benny. Hey, everybody. Say hi to Benny.
Hey. There he is.
He's like,
can we get him
put me down before I mess you up.
No, he wouldn't mess anybody up. Just furniture or carpet or walls or door frames.
Just shits on the couch.
Oh, he's just going to lay there. Look at that.
Cool. You stay right there, and that's fine.
Love that.
All right, so speaking of Studio Cat, last week, so technically tomorrow's episode, but it's when you hear this episode, it'll be last week's episode, which is wild. No one else knows this but you and I and Taylor, but did anyone catch the moment where Jason and I got distracted last week, and we seemed mid-sentence we both kind of looked off to the side?
It's so weird.
I'm not even, it's not a bit, this is for real. There were footsteps on the stairs.
Absolutely.
And we thought it was TK coming up the stairs. So both of us were kind of looking.
Waiting for someone to peek their head up on the steps, and
no one ever did.
No one did.
So then we ended the episode, and Taylor did come up the stairs, and we're like, hey, thanks for not coming up the stairs in the middle of the episode. And she goes, what are you talking about? And we both just kind of looked at each other.
We stopped recording, and he's like, you can come up now, and there was
silence.
No one there. Went over and looked. No one there. We're like, what?
Dude, it was...
Dude, that was something, and I didn't like it.
And I'm sure other people aren't gonna catch it, but I know it happened.
There is video of it. I'm gonna look back for that. I'm gonna look back for that tomorrow. It's definitely there. That was so weird.
Oh, I kicked the other one. It's fine.
Okay.
I kicked the less
Kicking
important
something.
one. Yeah,
that's fine.
So we have a weekly segment of how not to be a dick.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any pro-life tips on how not to be a dick this week?
There's probably a few that I can come up with. Do you have one? Because I
can always come up with something.
Yeah, you got something. I think you got something.
Yeah, I got one. So if you are driving and the car in front of you, so if I'm behind you and there's a car in front of you, right? And that car is maybe going a little bit under the speed limit, and you decide that you're going to ride in the center of the road to encourage them to go faster while also literally driving halfway in the opposite lane.
In a 2-lane, yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason you need to be hovering in the middle of the road to encourage or pressure the person in front of you to go faster or get out of your way. Like, I'm sorry, unless you're driving an ambulance, there's nothing that is that important for you to be like in the middle of the road. I'm sorry. It's just not.
And half the time, I think when people are like driving that way, like if it's like 55 miles an hour, they're going 40. Like if it's an older person, half the time they don't know. They're not going to be looking back and recognizing, oh, there's a dick back there who's riding in the middle lane. He wants me to go faster. I'm going to slow down.
Yeah.
No, this person's just like
probably like, oh, why is there a car in the middle of the road? Let me go slower.
What's happening? This guy's going to try and pass. Let me slow down because he clearly wants to get in front of me. And like, oh, dude.
211 just... Oh, it makes my blood boil every day.
The road to like Best Buy, that one?
Yes, it just makes my blood boil.
That was the worst. Because like that road's super simple. Like you put it at like 60, 62 on a cruise and you just go.
Yeah.
But then you do get those cars that are like, I'm going to go 50.
Which is fine. Like if you're going at least close to the speed limit, okay. But like if you're doing 40, get out of the way. Get off the road.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to go 75, 70 plus, 75 plus in a 55, like you're one, why? And two,
what's that important?
All you're doing is causing yourself to get impatient with the person who's in front of you, not going 75 in a 55. Yeah. And you're just going to start driving like an asshole, like in the center of the lane, and you're going to cause accidents because you're being a dick.
Speaking of, almost the exact same scenario. So like, you know where that like daycare is that's but down that way by my house, like right down the right.
Yes.
Okay. So,
I know it to pass it, but
so to explain to everybody, there's a stop sign at this daycare, right?
Oh, that one. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was coming from the opposite way, like towards like your house.
From my house.
From your house towards mine. Mm-hmm. So I was coming this way, right? And there's a car that starts coming, and then a truck whips around and goes in my lane to try and pass this guy. I have to physically slam on my brakes to not get hit. I have to slam on my brakes for this guy who is super impatient at a stop sign to try and pass somebody 5 feet after a stop sign. Like, buddy, it's not even your turn to go yet.
Yeah.
You got to wait. What is so important? And then I stopped, right? And I'm just like shaking my head like, you guys are stupid. Like, what is happening?
Dude, it's...
Like, this one car goes, the truck, like, whips around and starts, like, following me. And I'm thinking, like, he's going to try and do something.
Wait till you get out the car.
Surprise. Like... No, I hate that. I hate people who are impatient like that. Like, I mean, I drive multiple hours a day, like for a living for my job. And like being also a corporate vehicle, like we have like certain guidelines we have to follow, but like speed limit 70, I'm going to set it at 70 and hit cruise.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
It's not hard.
Like, and if someone's going slow in front of me, like, look,
you just turn it off.
Look, there's nobody there. Well, even it has adaptive cruise.
Oh, the little,
and it keeps space. But like, if there's nobody like left or right, I could pass them. It speeds up, and I get back in the center lane because, sure enough, there's going to be somebody going there or a truck in the right lane, whatever. Just don't be a dick. Just like follow the rules,
dude.
Especially when you're driving like a 2-ton machine that can just end someone's life.
Murder people. Yeah. It I feel like we should just rename this whole podcast from Midwest Sad Boys to life, like how to not be a dick 101. Because I'm an asshole, but I'm not a dick.
But I'm not a dick. Yeah.
Speaking of driving, this is unrelated to this week's segment of how not to be a dick. A hot take. I think you should have to take your driver's test every 10 years.
Yeah. Because
it will eventually weed out older drivers. The ones, I'm sorry, you should not be operating vehicles.
Yeah. There's absolutely an age, or, I mean...
Nope, it's not an age limit.
It's not an age.
It's a physical test of your abilities as a human to prove that you can
reaction times and your sight, your vision, like all those things that you're tested on when you're 16.
16, and you never have to pass it again.
Never have to take it again.
As long as you don't ever lose your license, have it revoked, or like let it lapse, you never have to take your driving test again. And we're just trusting, and I'm sorry, I'm about to call out your nanas, about to call out your peepaws, whatever you call them, about to call out Gramps. Get off the damn road. I'm sorry, but like, Not even so much when they go under the speed limit because, like, hey, you know what? That's fine. But like, blinker on for 6 miles, that's your fault. You hear that clicking inside the car, and
Maybe
you
they're
ignore
just
it.
jamming music real loud. They don't even hear it.
They don't have their hearing aids turned up, and they can't hear the damn blinking.
So the music's super loud.
You know, they're driving under the speed limit. They got their blinker on for umpteen million miles in the left lane with the right blinker on. It is what it is. Or like when, you know, like you said, they pull up to 4-way stop signs and they like somehow forget what order they arrived in, and they either don't go.
Don't get me started on a 4-way stops out
and then
here.
people start doing the, should I? Maybe it's my turn. I don't know. Is it your turn? Is it my turn? Is it me, him, me, him, me, him?
One of my biggest frustrations, speaking of the 4-way stops, I get it, right? Like the courtesy thing. So like somebody clearly pulled up in front of me, like before me, right? And then I pull up and it's like, okay, that person should go.
Yes.
Right? I'm going to sit here and wait because you should go. And then you look over at me and you're like, it's like, bud, you could have already been gone.
Yeah, right. Less hand motion, more foot motion.
Less this, more this. Like,
More,
put
yeah,
the
pedal.
Like, pedal to the ground and go. Like, get out of the way. I get you're trying to be nice. I'm not in that big of a rush, right? Like, just go.
Yeah.
Like, stop being courteous. Get out of the way.
So where I was going with this, but you are 100% correct. Where I was going with this is, as a bank teller, I run the drive-through a lot, and these people, man, they come through the drive-through, and they should just no, they exit hot. They shouldn't be driving because, like, you know, obviously, as you get older, your body starts to lose its elasticity, and you start to shrink. You start to become a small little, you know, bean of a
turn into
human.
Plastic Man.
Yeah, you're literally being pulled into the underworld. Like, the gravity has a hold on you, and you're just being sucked down. Anyhow, so they can't reach the little thing where the money goes in, and so they do a lean, and sometimes they hit the gas. Sometimes they're in park, sometimes they're not in park, dude, and then they just wheen, and they haven't hit the building yet, but I've been told stories of people who have hit the building, and it's always an old person. And I'm sorry, but if all of the people doing this are old, the common denominator says age is a factor. So you should have to take a driving test every 10 years, and if you fail it, you're done driving.
I'd say after 55, you should start taking it every 10 years. But I feel like
I'd be cool with taking it every 10 years to prove that I'm not a dick on the road. Because, like, you know, you could fuck around and they'd be like,
are you talking just like physically, like the driving aspect of it, not like the
parallel parking part?
Not even that, like the computer part where it's like, what road sign is this?
You know what? Yes. You should have to take the physical driving test after 50. Sure, I'll give you that one. But you have to take the written part of the test every 10 years.
I know
you
a lot of
need to know what
people-
a yield sign is. You need to know the difference between a yield and a stop sign because they're not the same fucking thing. People treat them like they are because they're the same color, but they are vastly different shapes. Do you know what shape a yield sign is? Proof that you need to take the test. It's an upside-down triangle, red triangle. It says yield in big red letters.
Yeah.
Right? Just like a stop sign is red with big white letters. It's stop.
It's an octagon.
Vastly different things. Yeah. They don't mean the same thing, but people somehow still treat a yield sign like a stop sign.
It's a California stop or rolling stop, whatever they call it. I don't know what it's called.
A rolling stop, a.k.a.
rolling
no
stop.
cop, no stop. But I couldn't tell you what a California stop is.
I
Probably a
feel
rolling
like it was
stop.
something like that. I don't know. I could be
That checks
making
out.
things up.
I'm not from California, so I wouldn't know.
Sounds like something somebody from California would do. Saw, dude.
Saw, dude.
Yeah.
So that's my rant for the day.
I know a lot of people who would not pass the written test now, who are like No, I passed them the first time every time.
No, now you.
I
just
pass
asked you what shape is a yield sign.
There was pressure.
And you stuttered.
There was pressure. Where there's a difference in time, and stuff.
I got to check-ins. I got to save-ins.
I would definitely pass it.
Okay. With a little bit of studying.
Maybe that's what we should do, is take an online driving test.
Dude, I am so down for that.
So that's the thing, is like, there's all those weird signs, like in that booklet that you get, right? Where it's like, stop sign, yield sign, children at play, train on a seesaw. Like, what? Like, there's so...
Not the train on the seesaw.
There's so many weird signs where it's like, I've been driving for like 15 years and I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Where is this like a Canadian thing?
It has to be a Canadian
There's
sign.
like a moose riding a train
With a hockey stick?
with a hockey stick on his seesaw, like sipping on syrup or something.
Did we just alienate a portion of our audience by making fun of Canadians? They're just going to say sorry and still like the podcast.
No, they're gonna say sorry. It's different. There's two O's in there.
Dang.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, so fun fact for everybody. I didn't know that I do this, but Derek, what's up, Derek? Shout out.
What do you do?
He noticed that I do this before I did.
Oh, boy.
Whenever I say sorry to somebody, it means I absolutely do not care and I'm not sorry. But if I say I'm sorry,
right.
then I'm sorry. But if something happens, I'm like, whew, sorry.
Oh, well, yeah.
But
that's sarcastic.
But like I do it like subconsciously. I didn't know that for the longest time. And he's like, you do know that you say sorry when you're actually not sorry, right? And I'm like, oh.
You could always just drop and be like, sorry, not sorry.
Apparently I just go Canadian whenever I don't care.
Hey.
Or is it Minnesota? I don't know. It's like they're the same, right?
I feel like they're distant cousins.
Like second cousins.
I don't know how it works. I've looked at a family tree before, and I still don't understand the dichotomy of how it works.
Yeah. I don't know.
Good luck.
It's like a family moose because there's like a
the branches of their their little moose antlers. Yeah. It's just upside down. Instead of a tree, it's like your family moose.
The family moose. Love it. The Canadian moose.
Then that's their national animal, isn't it?
I mean, I have no idea, but that
it has to be.
It seems
America
like it
has
would
the
be.
bald eagle. I feel like Canada has the moose. It just checks out. It's logic.
But it's a moose. Like,
unscientific
sipping
opinion.
syrup, right?
It has to be.
It has to be.
Yes.
There's so much syrup there. I think. I've only been to Niagara Falls. I'm not a Canadiologist, right? But I feel like it's just all syrup everywhere.
Well, I can tell you that Niagara Falls does not have syrup. They have a lot of water, though.
There's a bunch of water there.
And lots of ice, yeah.
Yeah, it's very wet.
Very wet.
Yeah.
So that was my I'm off my soapbox now. Now that I'm done bitching about people driving.
It's just such a
It's because you do it every day.
I do it. Yeah, it's a very
hot button topic because
very
like you
much
want to
so.
say the things that you want to say, but other people may be concealing weapons inside their car, and then you don't come home. So
all because you like flick somebody off or something like that. They just like spin the wheel, block the whole road, get out, pull out a LMG.
They just Tokyo drift and then like do the thing in GTA where they shoot out the window. Yeah, no thanks.
Just like holding up like a sticky grenade while you're driving or something like that. Like, dang it, they're gonna get me this time.
Not the sticky grenade.
That's like the most like fun thing to do in GTA, where it's like, okay, we're pulling up to the end of this mission, and then like I'm in the car and I just like bust the window and hold up a sticky grenade, and like something like Derek would be like, don't do it. And I'm just like,
I
I start like throwing them in front of us. I'm like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Oh, that was so much fun. I missed that game before it went all microtransaction-y.
You mean like the game that came out 15 years ago and we're still waiting on GTA 6?
8 years ago?
No, it has to be over 10 now.
No, 2015.
It has to be over 10.
Or
no
was it 2013?
Way. No
was
way.
Was it 2013 for the PS3 and Xbox 360?
GTA 5 release date.
Was it 2013 for...
It was 2013. It is
older
10 years
consoles.
ago.
Xbox One was 2015, which is why I thought that, because that's when I got it.
10 years ago.
10
We're
years.
still waiting on the new one.
And they finally went microtransaction-y.
Well, I mean, they were microtransactions. That's not the point of the podcast.
Not the point. I'm sad about it, so I'm allowed to talk about it.
You know what? You're right. That is, you are a sad boy. You can be sad.
So I have a story that I thought about the other day, and I wanted to bring it up because I'm
here for it. It's literally my job. Well, not job, but
it is our job. It is our job.
It's our unpaid internship.
It's our job to talk about stories and things that happen. So I don't know. Somebody mentioned something about the ocean, and then I just got like a flashback to the time that I think you, me, and RC were in the water at Topsail. And like, we were doing this thing, right? Picture this, guys. Everybody picture this, right? So we're on our little, we were either on like the body boards or we were just kind of like floating in the waves, right? We're just like talking, chilling, having a good time. All the helicopters are flying over from the military base or like little birds or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you just feel something on your foot. You're like, huh?
Time to go.
I've never seen a shark in
Real
topsail.
life.
Yeah, like I don't want to see a shark. I don't want to see one at all. Maybe look at the little blue jars, I don't want to see one in real life though. So like, do you remember this? Where we're both standing there and at the same time something like swims against our leg. We're like, oh, gotta get out.
Let's be real. It was probably seaweed. It was nothing.
I know. I don't know,
but
man.
we don't know that.
We were
because
there
the ocean
for a while,
is
and
a
then
terrifying
all of a sudden,
place.
something hit your foot, and you're like, ah, gotta get out.
Dog, I have never Scooby-Dooed out of the water so hard in my life. And then
Running on water to get out
across
of there.
the water. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of, there was a shark in topsail.
Like recently?
Yeah, like in the last few months. Like I don't know if it like washed up or like it was an attack or what happened, but there was something with a shark in topsail. I'm like,
Well, I can tell you that as someone who has thalassophobia, I don't go past where my toes can touch. And I don't care if that is not far at all. That's as far as I'm going.
yeah.
Because Mama did raise a bitch when it comes to the ocean. But Mama ain't raised no bitch when it comes to everything else.
I haven't been in the ocean in a hot minute, especially not that deep. Like what we used to do when we would just like go out and like
until you
float
couldn't
for a
touch
little
no
bit.
more.
Yeah, but see, it was a lot further for me because
Yeah.
giant. So it was fine. But like I haven't done that in years. But speaking of, you said Mama didn't raise a bitch. For people,
Are you a bitch? Did your mom raise you a bitch?
No. So for people who don't know, Jim and I have been friends for many moons. And one
What
of
did we say it was 2009?
2009. Yeah, so many years.
Many moons.
One of the phrases that was coined, it was during the time when we were like stretching
Originally
our ears.
stretching our ears.
We were originally like stretching our ears around the same time, and it was like, dude, this one's just not like the left one's just like not going in.
Trying to upsize?
Yeah.
Did you get a shower? Yeah. You got baby oil? Yeah.
Just put it on
Dude,
there.
it won't go in.
It won't go in. Just push it. Dude, I don't think it'll work. Don't be a bitch.
Just don't be a bitch. It's as simple as that. Just don't be a bitch.
And in the last probably about 14 years at least at this point of our lives, that phrase has come up.
The amount of things
many
that I have
times.
done because I have been told that I'm not allowed to be a bitch is
Don't be a bitch.
is astounding.
Yeah.
And here's what's wild though is like if someone else says don't be a bitch, I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a shit. Jason says don't be a bitch. And I'm like, God damn it. All right, I gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Like
happened many
what
times.
you've like I don't know, we did something wild. Like it was the zip lining thing because which is funny because you're the tallest of my friends and you're afraid of heights.
I don't like heights.
And so we got hoisted up that thing, the very last one, remember?
All
Going
the other
across
ones
the
were
lake.
All the other ones were fine. Like they weren't that bad, but like yeah, so you get hoisted up, right?
So
they got this platform on like this tree or pole or something like what was it? Like,
two stories up. So whatever the math is on two stories.
It was like 30-ish feet, 25, 30 feet, whatever. Okay, so there's a person up there hoisting you up, right? So you go at the bottom, you get hooked in, you get pulled up halfway, and then they hook up the next person. So you're just dangling there.
It wasn't really that high, but it was very...
It was...
Like the halfway point wasn't bad because at that point you're just like attached to this cord and you're just kind of like hovering in the air.
Yeah.
But then you get all the way to the top and you're on that platform and the platform is not big.
No.
So it was you, me, TK, RC,
And
and
then, like,
two instructors. So there was 6 people on this
small
like
platform
that's like attached to a tree and attached to a zip line across a lake.
across the lake.
And then she hooks you up to the little zip line and she's like, okay, don't put your hand on it. Good luck. And you jump off this platform and you zip line across this lake.
You go across these trees and then you go across the lake and you're like, this is so cool.
And it is a wide open lake. There's
wide open.
You look down and it's water. And you look down the line and you see the platform that you're aiming for is still 500 some feet away.
As far as, but so for someone like me, tall, heavier. I'm pulling down on that thing a little bit. I'm getting close to the water. I'm trying to like lift my legs up. I've got zero core strength. I'm trying to like hold myself up. I do exactly what I'm told not to do, and I go to like go to grab it, and
Put your hand in front of the
I go
little rolly
real
thing.
fast. I like touch it real fast. I like burnt my hand. I started spinning a little bit, and I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And eventually we get to the end. You hit that little like stopper thing.
You were a life-size rock. You did skip across the water twice. Like your
yeah.
butt was like...
Yeah, I hit. I did hit. There was...
luckily it was the last one, but it was the coolest
But we did GoPros on that too. There's a video of that on YouTube.
I have my video on my phone. It'll take me a second to find it.
It's on YouTube. But either way, I'm glad we did it. Which, speaking of, that was one of the coolest days. We literally went ziplining in the morning as RC and Jim came to visit.
Yep.
When we were in Fort Wayne.
And then we went and got tattoos.
Yeah, so we literally went ziplining in the morning. We got tattoos. We got portal tattoos.
Our portal tattoos. Our bro tats.
Yeah, so we got portal tattoos. And then we went to see Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, the robot one.
That was
I think
such
you
a
fell
good
asleep, didn't you? Or RC fell asleep. Somebody fell asleep.
I wouldn't be surprised if I did.
Yeah, it's usually you.
Yeah, but that was a top tier day.
Oh, actually, look. Hey, look at this. It was May 2nd of 2015.
Oh, look at that.
Because here's what our tattoos actually look like when you see them side by side. And then this is just, I'll give you a very brief showing of how the zip line works across the lake. Hopefully no one texts me any nudes right now. The only person who would be Megan. So Megan, don't do that.
I won't send you any.
Right,
Oh, dude,
so
look. I found my video.
That fast?
Yeah. May 2nd, 2015. It's got 1.4K views.
Wow.
1,400 views. 8 years ago. Yeah.
Yours is, significantly larger. Mine's a video of my computer.
Oh, yeah. Mine's like the whole... I mean,
yeah.
If
If y'all haven't gone ziplining, you should at least do it once. It's pretty cool.
It was definitely a fun time.
Do you remember going up in the little tower with the bees?
There's literally like a rock climbing tower. You had to go through it, and there was literally bees everywhere.
Bees' nests inside.
Bees
it was not
everywhere.
fun.
Yeah, this was a 1,000-foot zip line is what it was.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
how far it was?
look at that. Look at that camera. Like, dude, just zipping and going, right? In the water. And
Our
then,
Spotify listeners
and
are
then
gonna...
there's where I touch it. Yeah, that's where you're not supposed to do that.
Our Spotify listeners are going to be like, I
They're
have
so
no
confused.
clue what's going on.
Yeah, it's just a video of
There's
me.
the water. Yep, there's the skip.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good time. I will never do it again, though. That was fun, though.
It was very fun.
It was definitely fun.
You know what? So here's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time is I've wanted to go skydiving.
Oh, absolutely not. Think of
What
the
if I
hardest
said the
pass.
phrase?
No. Think of the hardest pass you can ever think of.
Hold on.
Ever.
How is the phrase? We just talked
I
about
know,
the phrase.
dude.
And if
I'm
for the content, Jason, for the
I'm
podcast.
terrified of heights. I could not jump out of a plane. And
Well, here's the thing is you don't have to jump out. All you have to do is be strapped to someone who's going to fall out of the plane with
somebody who is absolutely going to be smaller than me.
And you're going to be carrying
Yeah,
this man.
I'm going to be somebody wants to be the big spoon to me. Really? Like it's going to be a small person. It's
I'll
going to
be
be
the big spoon.
There's going to be a guy who's like 5'10", strapped on to me, thinking like, "Yeah, we're going to jump and it's going to be a great time. We're going to pull the thing," and it's like we're going to pull it. He's going to be like, "Oh, I underestimated this guy's size and weight. This is where it ends."
No, they take all those measurements. Where I was going with this is I've wanted to go skydiving for a really long time. And I told myself when I was at my heaviest weight that if I lost a bunch of weight, I would go skydiving as like a reward for putting in the work to lose all that weight. So like I've cut out sugar. I've been drinking a lot of water. I've been exercising. Try to get 3 to 4 times a week. It's mostly about 2 to 3 times a week, but still I'm halfway there. So if I keep this up, I might have to go skydiving because I said I was going to do it and don't be a bitch. So I might be going skydiving here. Maybe before the end of the year, which is wild. Because do you know what is down the road from us? That indoor skydiving place.
Indoor skydiving.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you can train at the big tower thing across from the hospital.
Oh yeah, and they just blast you up in the thing.
Well, they also do for real skydiving. And they have like an airplane, because I see them jumping out all the time when I go to the grocery store. I look up and there's just people falling out of the sky.
I just don't think I can do it.
I mean, honestly, once you're strapped in and you fall, like, you have no choice but to do it. It's the falling out part is the hard part, because like once you have fallen out of the plane, you have nothing else to do but land on the earth.
So like the falling part, I don't like that, right? But it's the sudden impact at the end, potentially.
That's what the parachute's for.
I really don't want.
Yeah. It's not the fall that kills you. It's the sudden stop at the end.
That's it.
I mean, that's the honesty of it. Same thing with dirt bikes. It's not the speed that kills you. It's the sudden stop when you hit the earth that breaks all of your bones.
I just, man, yeah. I think that's one thing I don't think I could do it. I would probably much rather get my face tattooed before I jumped out of a plane.
We can make that happen.
I don't want to do it.
We can make... Do I have to say it? Don't
say
make
it.
me say
Don't
it.
say it.
I won't say it. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
We are not ready for that level of self-employment yet.
I mean, I got a lot of finger tattoos, and I'm literally getting 2 more finger tattoos next week.
But like fingy tats is nothing. Like hand tats, fingy tats, that it is what it is. Like everybody's got tattoos now, but face tattoos, I don't think I'm ready for that level of self-employment.
Yeah, when you walk into an interview with a spider web on your face or cheetah print on your forehead, then you're probably not going to get that job.
Should I send it on like the bouquet of roses underneath the neck? That would look sick if I was like in shape.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looked good either way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, for the listeners and for people who are watching who are interested, if you ever seen the show New Girl, which I think I told you what I was getting done, right?
The cookie thing, right?
Yeah, so there's a scene in an episode of New Girl where Schmidt gets Nick a cookie, and Nick just doesn't know how to handle it, right? So he gets Schmidt a cookie, and they have this whole thing, and he's like, gave me cookie, got you cookie, man.
Hey.
What do you want from me? So me and my good friend Cody, we're getting...
it's Cody with an IE, not
Cody,
a Y.
Yeah. So we're getting gave me cookie, got you cookie tattooed on the insides of our fingers.
I'd love to say that, like, haha, you guys are silly and, like, LOL, but, like, we have matching tattoos, so, like, I can't even talk shit.
Dude, so I'll have, like, bro tattoos with you, Cody, Nick, RC, and then I think that's it. 4 people?
Ooh. Whichever of your friends you just forgot, they're about to get that tattoo removed.
No, I think that's it. Yeah,
you better hope so.
I have the Ohio one on my leg.
You better hope you didn't forget a friend, because they are no longer your friend.
And to be Cody. Yeah, no, I got all of them. I hope.
Yep, because one less friend on your Facebook now.
Maybe I'll get like a little band so I can match Mike.
Your record. I feel like you can't get the band tattooed until you've proven your record.
Throwback to last week's episode for people watching.
Last week's episode tomorrow. Let that sink into your brain.
Yeah. Which, if you're listening to this episode and you have not listened to episode 8 yet or watched it on YouTube,
it's a good one.
It's a real good one. It's a doozy. It's a
real fist of a good time.
It's
2 fists
such
way
a good
up.
time. Give it 2 fists up.
Way up.
God. That's a merch idea if I've ever seen one.
2 fists
2
way
fists up. Well, I'm going to be making some merch this weekend. Absolutely.
As soon as Made by Misery takes off, we'll get some merch going.
2 fists up.
2 fists way up.
I love it.
1 in each hole. And then you high five inside. I've gone too far. I've crossed the line. I'm sorry, everyone.
Sorry, Mom.
I broke him.
Sorry, Mom.
Segues
my bad
are weird.
Influence friends.
You're right. I have said that to your mother verbatim, that I'm a bad influence. And I don't think Janet has ever denied those claims, because I am a terrible influence.
Just laugh it off like, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but at least he understands.
I don't know why my son hangs out with him. He's just such a bad influence on him.
He's just so good looking, I guess.
I hope your mom doesn't say that about me.
But I say that.
You can say it, but not your mom.
Say that. Gotta build you up, buddy.
Hey, I'll take it. It. Man, dang. I really crossed the line with
the 2 fists up clap.
What's the name for that? We should name. We should be the ones.
It's got to be on an Urban Dictionary like by tomorrow.
We'll
what do we
have
call
to come
that?
up with a name.
We should
for
put
it.
a poll. We could put a poll. We'll put a poll on Instagram and on Facebook.
It's a thing
for what you want to call when you high five during a double
yourself
fist.
in a double fist instance. This episode is going to get demonetized.
Double fistance.
Yeah, a double fistance.
Oh my God, this is. How do we go 2 weeks in a row talking about fisting?
You brought up last week's episode.
That part is just
Segues are
beyond
weird.
me. So beyond me.
I can't ever show this to any of our bosses. Like, hey, boss, I have a podcast outside of my job. You should go listen to it.
Dude,
double fister.
Dude,
sir, we need to have a talk.
I was literally talking to a customer like 2 days ago.
Oh no!
And they saw like the lock screen on my phone. I'm like, oh, what's that? I was like, oh, I do a podcast with a friend. Oh, what's it called?
Double fist instance. It ain't the move, Chief.
No,
it ain't the move.
No. But so I actually had something. Okay. So
yeah, segues are weird. We're moving on past that.
Let's go back to the bitch thing, right? So
bring it on back.
So we talked about don't be a bitch, right? So I thought it would be fun for us to do a quiz.
Ooh, yes.
Called the bitch test.
Well, let me pull it up. You already sent it to me.
So yeah, well, so we're gonna click let's get started, and we're gonna see if we
are in fact bitches.
Or we are in fact bitches. Are we taking it for ourselves, or we'll take it for ourselves? Take it for ourselves.
All right, here, I'll read question 1. So, your significant other finally proposes. The diamond is smaller than you were expecting. Do you say something? Well, hit your answer.
We should make it a secret, right?
Oh,
no. I'm
going to hit next, and then I'm going to tell you what I said.
Okay. What'd you say?
I said no.
I said no.
Because it genuine good gesture. Yeah. I'm not here to rain on your parade. I would have been utterly devastated if when I proposed to Megan, she goes, that's a shitty
That's
ring.
it?
Yeah, right? Oh, dude, the uppercut she would have received from the kneeling position, dude, I'd have Falcon punched her.
Falcon.
Like, or no, who is it? Who's the guy with the cape and the red helmet and he does the uppercut? Is that Captain Falco? Yeah. But the Falcon punch is like, what's his uppercut move?
I don't know.
Just like
Falcon uppercut.
Boom.
Let's call it that.
I would have not done that to
All right,
Megan.
Question 2. A friend gets you a sweater for your birthday that you saw on the sales rack last week. Do you let him or her know?
I have submitted my answer.
Same.
I said yes.
You
not that I would let them know that it was on the sales rack, but I'd be like, ooh, I saw this in the store the other day. Thank you for thinking that I would look good in that.
Oh, okay. I just said no in general because I would say like, thank you. I didn't even think about it. Like, this is so nice for the surprise. Like, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? That's how
exactly.
I think both are good answers.
Yes. Question 3. You and your lover are not talking, but your hormones are. It says verbatim, you have sex. Afterwards, do you go right back to not talking to each other?
Oh.
Hold on. I need to... Do you go right back to
not
talking to each other? Submit. I said no.
I said no.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna not talk.
You
to
couldn't
Megan
have been
afterwards.
that mad.
Yeah, right.
It couldn't have been that big of a deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like if you're willing to have sex with me after an argument, it wasn't that big of an argument.
You didn't really care that much. Okay, so you run into an ex who curiously has more hair now than before. What do you do? What does that mean?
Curiously has more hair now than before.
It's like, man, you were bald as shit last time I saw you.
Thanks, I grew it myself.
Yeah, you have like a full-on mane of hair right now. Good for you. So what do? Do you try not to look and ask how he or she has been? Do you play it dumb and ask if he or she got contacts? Or do you ask what the heck happened to his or her hair?
Try not to look and ask how she has been. You run into
it's a good question. Are you wanting to say like your hair looks amazing? Maybe they're looking for compliments. Maybe they worked really hard. They worked really hard.
I guess that's not well. So if you're dropping a compliment like that, you're not a bitch, which is the whole point of the quiz.
Yeah.
So these are all bitchy answers.
So
I guess which is the least bitchiest answer?
Submitted.
Play dumb and ask if they got contact.
I said, try not to look and just pretend whatever. Yeah, okay.
All right. Number 5. You can't stand your brother's bride-to-be.
Uh-oh.
Moments before walking down the aisle, she asks you how she looks, and you notice that she has lipstick on her teeth. What do you do? 1. Clue her in and save her the embarrassment. 2. Tell her she might want to double-check the mirror. Or 3. Tell her she looks absolutely stunning and to smile as much as possible.
Just let her go out there. Like she just like mauled a small animal.
You can't stand your bride to be. So if I don't like this person, I've covered that I'm an asshole, but I'm not a dick.
Your brother's bride.
So I'm gonna submit my answer.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know it would be funnier, but
yeah, I went with the double check the mirror answer.
I said I'm gonna clue you in.
The first
I'd probably
one.
do like, hey, you got a little.
I'd be like, hey, you, I want to go check the mirror before you walk down that aisle. But that's just me.
But that's just me. That's
just me.
That's
just me.
That's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you. You can't say I didn't tell you. But I also didn't clue you in as to what needs fixing, so let your own personal body issues run wild. You might want to check the mirror, bitch. About what? Figure it out.
Then they're going to be like, is it because I have more hair than last time?
I have so much more.
Oh,
What
fireworks.
is today? Today is the 11th.
Fireworks. Yeah, it is the 11th.
Oh, okay.
It's been a week.
It did sound like fireworks at the end there. I was concerned it might have been gunshots.
I don't live in that bad of a neighborhood. Okay, the next question. Question 6. Have you ever made your partner cancel plans with friends just to make sure you're still in charge?
Easy submit.
Absolutely not.
No. Yeah, I would
No.
never do that.
That's a real bitch.
I
move.
have had someone do that to me, and you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh,
the
yeah.
amount of times that I had to text you and be like, hey, the next text that comes through,
Oh,
completely ignore it.
Dude, there was so many times in college where I'd just get a text from like, hey, the next text I'm going to send you, completely ignore it. It's not, I don't mean any of it.
And then it would be me just popping off on the most ignorant tirade
Where
of
do
shit.
you get off? This and this and this.
Yep. Look, man, you do dumb things when you think you're in love. And
like, damn, dude, so sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry I said that. I don't know.
Immediately we go right back to being friends like nothing happened because it wasn't real in the first place.
See you in 20 on the 11th floor with some donuts and chalky milk. Like,
LOL, want to come play Portal 2 in my room? Sweet.
yeah.
All right. Number 7. You have always had a crush on your friend's love interest. They break up. Do you take your chance? Your friends. Okay, I'm submitting. I said yes.
I said yes.
Yeah. It said friend, not best friend.
Not best friend.
Off
Best
lines.
friend's off limits.
Yep.
Friend, that could be like, hey man, we were in 6th grade together, and
Yeah,
I think you're a nice person.
Sure thing, pal.
Right.
All right, guy.
Right.
You're a friend.
Right.
Yeah. Best friend? Offline.
yeah, no.
Or off limits, like you
No.
said.
Okay. Question number 8, which that person is.
I feel like this
Yeah.
one doesn't apply to us. We don't have the necessary equipment for this.
We can't just deny the people the question. Do you use PMS as an excuse for your behavior?
You know what? I'm going to submit. Let me know.
I said yes.
I also said
Yeah.
yes. Because manstrating is a real thing.
Absolutely.
Sometimes men just need a moment of weakness, and we are allowed to
mad
manstrate.
and moody.
Yep.
And then just get over it.
Yep. You have some chocolate, you do a podcast with your friends,
Yeah.
and you're suddenly over it.
You get an energy drink, some candy, you
Yep.
do a podcast, and then the next day, you act like nothing ever happened.
Yep. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Number 9, have you ever caused damage to an ex's property? Easy answer. Submitted, right?
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Absolutely
I would
not.
never. What did my dad teach me? Take no harm. Or no, don't take, what is it? Take no shit, but cause no harm. Take no shit, but cause no harm.
Yeah, I would be way too afraid, like,
Legal retribution.
exactly.
Yeah.
You please call it on you. What happened? Oh, he
He
broke my
drew a penis on the hood of my car with his key. Oh, yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah,
you're going to jail.
Yeah, he
Straight to jail.
He broke my CD player. Like, well,
It's 2023.
2023.
You should just be streaming your music.
he did you a favor.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Don't
Get a
call us
Spotify
again.
account, or an Apple Music account, or an Amazon Music, or YouTube Music. There's many different streaming platforms. You don't need to see
Jim
anymore.
absolutely loves YouTube Music. For anybody out there.
Don't listen to him.
Question 10. Have you ever been in a cat fight?
Score my test. I've submitted my answer. I
Yeah.
said yes. I've been in a fight before. I was significantly younger and I got my ass beat. It's the one and only fight I've been in, and I have an 0-1 record. Never fighting again.
I've been in one.
Yeah. Did you win?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I know. So we'll circle back to that. What score did you get?
I got a 45.
I got a
Oh, here we go.
I got a 25.
Proof of a 45. I don't know. Is this working? How
I don't
does
know.
shadows work? I don't know.
So
I have a screen protector.
What
on
it
mine.
says is, you seem to be a decent person with barely a drop of bitchiness in you.
Wait, what score did you get?
25.
25. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You're not necessarily verging on sainthood, but we can safely assume that you have at least some respect for other people and an acceptable sense of decorum. Oh,
Mine says, you're certainly not a total bitch, but you're not a saint either. And you know what? That's accurate.
you're not a total bitch.
Yeah.
But so I know for a fact that Taylor in the big deal, I'll just
The Big Deal Mug Club?
yeah, I know for a fact in here that there's a question about being in a fight.
Ooh. So we inadvertently answered a subject. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, you almost made it. See,
I'm not a
that's why you
basketball
don't
player.
play basketball.
Yeah, not at all. So I've only ever been in one. I will not name the location or the person, but I was at a place, right?
Well, yeah, where most things take place. Yeah.
Right. You know, so, and this person, I friends with, you know, right? And I don't know, they were acting a little weird that day. I don't know if they were like on something
Were they
or
manstrating?
what. They could have been manstrating. You know, it's possible.
And you beat the shit out of him.
No. So like it was kind of one of those things like, do you want to take this outside? I'm like, all right, what do you want, dude? Like, come on. Like, I'm trying to so we go outside and like, dude throws a swing.
Uh-huh.
So like, I just
Hold on. How recently was this? Like
many years ago.
Okay, so you were still probably
Still-
pushing 6 feet.
Oh, I was definitely like 6'4",
Good Lord.
6'5".
Who
at the
wants
time.
to try and fight
I
you?
do. Well,
Anyhow, go
Anyway,
ahead.
so they push a little swing, right? So like, it's kind of one of those things where you like move the arm, grab the head, and push against the door of
Surface?
the building.
Ooh.
Just like a
Smash.
one and done, and then they like dropped, and then I helped them up. I'm like, "Are you done?" And they said, "Yeah," and then that's it.
And then you high-fived.
And then still like friends, so like it's fine.
Sick.
So like it's fine. So like that was my one and only. I have no interest in being in a fight. I don't want to do that. You know, I had part of my head removed in surgery,
yeah.
so like,
Nope.
yeah, I mean,
You got a soft spot. One
Yeah.
karate chop and you're done.
yeah, my head's like the Death Star. There's like a little spot. If you hit it just right, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up.
Use the force, Luke.
Yeah, it won't take much force. Let me tell you. But you know what we should do?
Ooh.
I really like the quiz.
What?
We
Okay.
should do.
Yeah, take another topic out of there.
Let me grab.
Don't do the... Oh, do that? Yeah, you know what? Do that one.
I don't know. She had set this one aside.
Ooh,
I don't
okay.
know if this is that one.
Watch it be that one.
Watch it be the one about the fight. But if not, we're gonna grab another topic, and we'll close this
We
out.
couldn't get that lucky. Is it? No shot.
Have you ever been in a physical
Dude.
fight?
What are the absolute chances, dude? That's insane.
Brings up the topic at the time you want me to talk about it, Taylor. So you know we're gonna grab a different one. We should grab a
pink one?
We haven't
I don't
grabbed
think
the
we've done a
pink
pink
one
one.
yet. All right, so let's see. What's this one say? If it could talk, which would be the rudest animal? Oh, that's a good question.
Well, you paused after if it could talk, and I was like, I don't want to know what the things my penis would say.
That's the first. That's the first it you think of,
What else would it be?
bro. It's hot,
Yeah, dude. It's hot as balls. It's fucking
bro.
July, dude.
Bro, it's hot as me down here. What?
It's tough being balls, man. Your two neighbors are a dick and an asshole.
Bro, switch to boxers.
I need some air. The meanest. Wait, what was the question? The meanest
What would be
animal?
the rudest animal?
The rudest animal.
What would be the rudest
Rude.
animal?
Huh.
I mean, like monkeys, like they literally throw shit at people.
It's a great, yeah.
That's a pretty, that's got to put them pretty high up on the list.
If it could talk, though, ooh, you know what? I bet you flies would be the absolute, be a fly on the wall.
They're very irritating.
They know everything. There's probably a fly in this room that we don't know about.
I would not be surprised.
And dude, like seriously, it's like to be a fly on the wall, like the amount of stuff that you could see or hear and like absorb if you could speak, like.
And they have no repercussions because their lifespan's
flies.
what, 24 hours or something like that?
Yeah, I feel like you're making that up.
Hold on.
Unscientifically, I feel like you're making that up.
Hold on, let's see. Life, I can spell. Lifespan of a fly. First search result. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
It's either maybe you either are or aren't. There's no maybe.
Maybe I'm wrong, significantly wrong. It says 28 days.
Okay, so you were
I've never seen a housefly live 28 days. It comes in my house and I'm going to murder it at least the same day.
Well,
but natural
so it says
life,
the housefly?
Housefly, 28 days.
Okay, so now the question is, what is the difference between a housefly and a fly that like flies around your trash can? Is that not a housefly?
Garbage fly.
That's not a thing. Don't make that up.
It could be a garbage fly.
Okay, you know what? Hey, 28 days. Yeah, the amount of things that a fly could just hear or see and say in a month, that's wild.
Right, but like, where are these flies getting food? Like, there's I've never seen a house fly like in my house. I haven't like gotten out of bed, went to make coffee, like
the trash can.
Sup, Steve? Like,
it's the trash can.
Like, no, but like Steve is not living the whole time, right? I'm not going to say hi to Steve every day for almost a month. He's not going to be flying around the kitchen, flying behind the blinds every day for a month. And I walk out, morning, Steve. What's up, dude? Like, no, it's like 3 days in. Steve's down on the ground, and we're having a eulogy at lunch,
surrounded by like salt.
Yeah, like I've never seen a housefly live 28 days. That honestly seems insane. I don't know what kind of Bing search result that was, but
well, there's your problem. Off. You used Bing.
No, I used Google,
and it gave you Bing.
I would just assume with how lackluster that answer was.
I don't know, man. I feel like a fly could live 28 days. Like it doesn't have to live where you see it and like willingly kill it.
So that's like uninterrupted, zero predators, 28 days.
Sir, you've been alive for 34 years.
Right.
You have predators.
Sure.
Yeah, you're alive.
Right. But like, so as soon as a fly enters the house, the lifespan just
does it go from garbage fly to house
it
fly?
Goes from garbage fly to house fly. Significantly different lifetime.
Interesting.
Got the comforts of a home.
Well, yeah, we all know garbage flies live longer because they have much more food to eat in the garbage.
It's limitless supply.
Yeah. Rudest animal. What do I think is the rudest animal? I said fly. What do you think the answer is?
I mean, monkeys fling shit, but I feel like that's just a thing. But like, I feel like a hippo is like a real asshole. Like they're just because like you look at a hippo and you're like, oh, they seem kind of cool, right? Mm-hmm. But like, no, they're fast and they'll eat literally anything.
They're very hungry.
Yeah.
According to the game.
According to the game, hippos are hungry. You ever see the video of a hippo eating a watermelon?
Dude, it's wild.
With ease.
Oh, yeah. No. Like, well, first off, their teeth aren't pointy, and that's crazy that they have, like, those teeth that are, like...
They look like tree stumps.
Yeah, they're like branches, and then they just chomp, chomp, chomp.
Like, cut a branch in half. That's a hippo. It's like a little...
Yeah.
Like a flat,
the top
square...
of the hippo tooth is wild.
Dude, and they just crush watermelons like it's nothing.
I do enjoy those videos of like the people who work at zoos and they like brush the hippo's teeth and they like lift up its lip and then they get like a it's not like a toothbrush, right? Because it's like hippo sized. It's like a brush that you and I would like scrub the floor with. And they're just like brushing this hippo's mouth.
Just in there with like a Swiffer, just like cleaning a teeth.
The Dyson just
the Dyson wet vac just cleaning a tongue. Dude. I mean, I want to go with hippo because I've seen some Animal Planet videos, and those hippos they're dicks. You get in the water, that's their water. They'll eat you. They'll eat an alligator.
I think hippos are omnivores or herbivores.
They'll attack you though. They might not eat you, but they'll,
being whether or
well,
not that
they'll eat
hippos
you.
will eat meat, because I think hippos are herbivores. But maybe
dude,
I'm wrong.
I typed in do hip, H-I-P. Do hippos eat meat?
Can you not say hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus. The hippo's sharp teeth might make you think that a hippo is a predator that hunts other animals for food, but hippos are actually herbivores that eat vegetation.
Let's go. I am
but then the first picture is a picture of two hippos just like mangling a zebra.
No way, let's see it.
Like, just
mangling. When
like,
you've got to defend your territory, you got to defend your territory.
It's like, that's like a kid playing with its food. I'm not going to eat it, but I'm going to mess it up. Like, I'm going to get it.
Smash
I'm going to get it
chips.
everywhere.
Your kid and his obsession with ketchup.
Oh, God.
Makes me gag.
Dude dips yogurt in ketchup.
Dude, kids are just weird in general, but like, this isn't your fault, but your kid, man, I have watched this. He'll you give him a little cup of ketchup and he's got some fry boys and he dips them in and then when he's done with the fries or he's over the fries, just takes his whole finger and just scoops ketchup. Just ketchup straight to the mouth makes me gag. Like, I like ketchup. We've talked about this. I like vinegar.
Ketchup's fine, but
just
not by the
straight to the mouth. It's the equivalent of taking the bottle and just
not by the fistful. You shouldn't be just
fisting more ketchup, into your mouth.
That's
yeah. Checks out.
Like spooning, right? Like spooning ketchup. You're just fisting ketchup. Yep. I think you put it on and you just. I don't know.
I can fit my whole fist in my mouth. You want to see?
I would honestly love to see that.
I could try. I don't think I can. I'm not going to do it because I haven't washed my hands since I've been touching all this stuff. But
I'll put my whole hand in my mouth, but not till it's clean.
Yeah, I'm not an animal.
That's true. You're not a hippo.
Dude, I touch money all day at work. I definitely have to wash my hands before anything touches my mouth.
Oh, yeah. That's very fair.
Yeah. Cocaine, fentanyl, man. I'm sure that like my fingies got all kinds of gross stuff on them.
All kinds of gross things on there. Yeah, I wouldn't
we handle money from a breakfast place, and I get all kinds of dollar bills covered in syrup. And then it jams my counter. It's a whole thing. Don't even get me started. I don't want to talk about work.
I thought you said it was syrup and not jam.
I mean, it's all the same.
Sticky stuff on money.
What's the difference between jelly and jam? You'll have to find out next week to hear what the difference is. With that being said, we're at our time limit for the day. So again, as always, thanks for tuning in, listening, watching, sharing, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things that end in ing.
Yes, continue.
Because those help get eyes on the podcast, and maybe one day we can bring this.
We're gonna set up that Cash App. We're gonna set up that Cash App. Maybe we'll do a live show one day. Who knows?
Dude, a live show would be sick.
That would be fun. But thank you. Like Jim said, we appreciate all of you. Please continue to do all the things, and we'll catch you next time for your midweek Sad Boys update.
Yep,
we're gonna get it right.
We're gonna get it right eventually
for sure. Absolutely.
Stay sad, y'all. Peace out.
See ya.